To the emails back and forth, Greta is the chief conductor, curator, and scheduler of this, and she knew that there was no one who would be able to follow that incredible exhortation to meet and match and take us to a higher peak than our final presenter, Bill.
I did not ask to be at Pecha Kucha. Pecha Kucha found me. And that's me. And the title of my talk is Holding Hands with Strangers. Is Sarah Larson here? Building community through dance, music, and ritual. The first slide is the Eli Whitney 1816 barn, taken long before Bill and Sally ever got here, and long before many of you were born. I went there on a full moon night in August 32 years ago and found this inside the barn, people holding hands with strangers. It has taken me on my journey, which was not what I expected at all. So Eli Whitney, thanks. I didn't even know you guys were involved. There's larger community dancing that I was involved with. This is in New Haven Green in probably '83. See that young looking guy in the white shirt and the blonde hair? That's me, yeah. And the big guy in the red shirt, that's Paul McGuire. A bunch of you probably know Paul. This is on New Haven Green. Now, coming back more recently in the East Rock neighborhood, I did a dance for a street fair. Kids, older people, my wife Mickey playing fiddle in the background, Mickey. And who we got? Jono, right there, Jono, finger playing mandolin in the band Rye Bread. That was the dance that gave me Holding Hands with Strangers. Now, Eli Whitney Barn, why do I live in a converted barn? Because of the Eli Whitney Barn. 20 years ago, I bought this house in Bethany. It's a barn, a converted barn. It takes me back to the days with my grandmother playing in her barn, which was deeply, deeply moving. So 20 years ago, music parties started at the barn. Community, looking for community. Small, look, small. Small people playing music, getting to know each other, never saw each other before, hanging out, playing music, having a good time. If you're near a stranger that you haven't seen before, you can hold hands with them right now. So what happens at these? There's young people and old people. Look at these girls couldn't even walk when they first came to our music parties. And now, Oriana on the left and Tasha on the right, they are gigging by themselves. They are hot, hot fiddlers. Oh, Deva, who said something about babies? Well, we have a baby collection like most other things. And the doll, Deva, who's 7 years old, it took years before anybody would include a doll in the dance. Deva did it! Yay for Deva! And it was a dance where you changed partners, so the doll went all the way around that circle. The doll went around, and the first time that adults would say, what the hell is going on? But then after a while, everybody loved it. They had the doll, they were dancing, they were having a great time. So these parties in Bethany did get bigger, as you can see, and now they look kind of like this. So there definitely is, I was wondering if I could see Hans there because he's so tall, but I don't see him right away. Anyway, so this is the way things are looking out there now. This is a community that has built itself. I didn't think that was going to happen. Who could ever anticipate that? But it's a real solid community. Young people dancing, older people, pickup bands in the background. It's a real community. People thrive on this community, which just happened. It happened because that's what people wanted. So this is community through dance. We also do community through ritual. My belief is in nature. Nature spins us things like the world spins. It spins us the equinox, it spins us the solstice. For more than 20 years on those occasions, there have been bonfires with dancing and singing and drumming and chanting. And you're seeing a couple of pictures from the bonfires that we have 4 times a year. Another kind of community. Crossover, to be sure. There's people that both. These events are smaller than that mashup you saw in that big slide. So, is the fire getting bigger? Who's that scruffy guy over there with that big long beard? But look, next, the little teeny kid, look at the eyes on that young child. All right. Another convert. So people come, they love this. And after the bonfire dies down, it's another kind of community, a small community. The man Justin in the black t-shirt, great storyteller, works for Two Coyotes Wilderness Training School, where I also do a lot of work. I am now officially an elder at Two Coyotes. So here's another ritual that we do. This is every year we do a May Day festival. It's great. Celebrate the beginning of the year. Those kids are compost. They're helping the crone, the old crone, come out from under the tarp in her spring glory. She changed clothes underneath the tarp. Nobody knows what's coming. Carly Hoff died 6 years ago. She got me involved with May Day Festival. She made those puppets. She was a visionary woman, really wonderful woman. Had a lot to do with inspiring the whole culture around, particularly May Day festivals, but all kinds of other festivals, holding hands with strangers in circles. You can touch a stranger near you if you wish. And celebrating the maypole, celebrating the beginning of spring. Kids, big people, little people, all kind of people. There's Deva again. That Deva, she's the one that got the doll into the dance that you saw before. The kids are waiting. They're waiting for the ribbons to start moving around for the ritual community dance to begin. The weaving of one with another. The weaving of community. And there it is. They're weaving. It gets pretty intense in a few minutes after this when everybody's real close. And you gotta really work to weave around those ribbons, looking at each person coming at you, whether you've ever seen them before or not. But you know what? It's a community.